Hello, everybody. Tony Najati, one half of the podcast Back for Our Future, here with the top 10 from May 30th through June 1st. Don't forget, you can always talk to us on our Facebook, Back for Our Future podcast. Please subscribe, like, and follow all our stuff. And you can always talk to us on Gmail as well, backforourfuture@gmail.com. We love taking all your questions and in interacting with you. And don't forget, we're on YouTube as well, because that's where you're listening and watching this. Let's get to it. This is the top 10, May 30th through June 1st. We start off number 10, the J-Hope Tour. Of course, that's for all you big BTS fans, if you were there. 631 screens, but it brought in $939,000. That's pretty good. So, on to number 9, The Last Rodeo, starring my buddy Neil McDonough. Great dude, doing pretty well. $2.1 million domestically this weekend. So he's off to a pretty good start. Angel Studios got their thing going. So it's, nice 10.7 so far for this movie. And still hanging in the top 10 at number 9. At number 8, Friendship, the Paul Rudd movie. $2.5 million this weekend. And, of course, it's doing pretty well overall. They did a nice slow rollout for this film, and it's slowly picking up theaters. But it's made 12.3 so far as well overall. 12.3 so far for that movie in its first, 4 weeks of release overall. Not bad. Holding strong at number 7 is Thunderbolts with another $4.79 million. And, of course, this movie's been able to make more than enough money in its run. It made $181 million domestically, add another $188 million internationally, and the movie's made almost $370 million worldwide. Pretty nice bow for a movie that's cost $180 million to make, and it's been going strong for Marvel, so that's a good one for Marvel this time around. Number 6, Sinners, still hanging in that top 10, doing quite well, $5.2 million this weekend. And, of course, its overall numbers pretty stout. Internationally, not as strong as, like, Thunderbolts. Domestically, it's been very strong. $267 million domestically, another 83 internationally, bringing its total to 350 worldwide. It's been kind of funny to watch Sinners and Thunderbolts because almost every day they change spots. Every day. And that's been kind of a fun little battle. And, of course, Thunderbolts worldwide is the bigger movie, but Sinners has been the bigger movie domestically. Been kind of fun to watch those two go back and forth with each other. At number 5, Bring Her Back. That's one of the new entries into our top 10 this week. I love this movie. Saw it, thought it was crazy. Did pretty well. $7.08 million, not too bad. Good start for their horror movie. Cost about $15 to $20 million to make, so it's got a little work to do, but doing quite well. Internationally, it's brought in another $1 million, so it's just over $8 million so far. Should play pretty well this week. Should play pretty well for another week or two for people that are trying to find this film, but I think it's one to check out for sure. Number 4, Final Destination, Bloodlines, still holding strong. $10.9 million this weekend. And this has been a big entry for this franchise. $111.8 million domestically, another $118.9 million internationally, $230.7 million worldwide. Huge. Nothing you can say bad about that one. And, they had about a $50 million budget on that. So that's pretty good for a horror film, but well worth it. Number 3, brand new entry, Karate Kid's Legends. Quite good. Good start for this movie. $20.3 million. That is quite solid. And, of course, another 26 internationally. So it's made almost $47 million worldwide. And the budget for this was about $40 to $45 million. So it's going to more than make its money back, which is great because I'm a big Karate Kid fan. And I love to see the movies doing well. This one's kind of middled. I mean, the last Karate Kid movie that came out was with, of course, Jackie Chan and Jaden Smith. This one's going to kind of middle where the franchises have been. So that's not too bad. I think it was never going to beat out Mission Impossible and Lilo and Stitch this weekend. that was going to be a tall order for a franchise that's really, you know, an older franchise. You're talking about, yeah, Karate Kid with Jaden and Jackie came out in 2010. That did quite well, but this one came out, obviously it's an 80s franchise besides that, and doing quite well. Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning, still holding strong for the franchise. Um, the movie made another $27.2 million, so that's pretty stout. And then overall, holding on, 122 million domestically, another 231.2 million worldwide, another 353.7 million in the bank worldwide. That's pretty stout. So the 231.2 million internationally has helped it. I think I said worldwide a minute ago. Internationally, 231 million, and of course worldwide 353.7. So Mission Impossible, that has been one of the better entries to that franchise overall. Not the best, not the worst, and it's going to keep growing. Lilo and Stitch #1. This was my big movie this summer. I thought this would be probably the biggest movie of the summer. Obviously, Superman still got a chance to be there, depending on word of mouth. But another 61.8 for Lilo and Stitch, and it's bringing it. You got to remember, Lilo and Stitch, when it came out as a cartoon entry in the early 2000s, was by no means the biggest movie of this company. So the fact that the live action is doing as well as it has is pretty impressive. And of course, it's got 278.9 million domestically and still growing, and 334.5 million internationally, for a total of over $613 million, well on its way to $1 billion. Be very close, but it should get there, as it's going to play pretty well for another few weeks. So, and of course, the international money for this one has been quite strong, and it's going to continue to be quite strong as it's opening up in some other territories this coming week. So that's it, man. That's the box office. Everything's doing pretty well so far, and we've not really seen any of those, early summer flops. I would say Hurry Up Tomorrow might be the closest thing to one, but it's, a $15 million movie that earned, close to 10. So not too bad. Other than that, all the big stuff that's come out so far, hanging in there, doing really well. The box office is in good shape at the moment. We'll be back next week for more box office top 10. We hope you enjoy it. Again, hit us up on all our socials and everything else, and have a great week. See you later.